In this one, guys, we're going to be checking out various different launchers and front ends that you can use on your AYN Thor. If you've seen my other videos and my setup video, you guys know that I originally tried out iiSU, but I ended up choosing Cocoon launcher, which is the one you can see right here. And Cocoon is the one which I've said before is one that I recommend for everyone if you're setting up your AYN Thor for the first time, just because it provides the most console-like experience in my humble opinion. You can see it's got all the consoles at the bottom and all the apps, and then it shows like cover art on the top screen. And when you click into a console, it shows nice artwork on the top, and all your games are like nicely laid out over here. Which is great for the AYN Thor because it has two screens. And if I go out of Cocoon, even iiSU itself has two screens. I haven't set it up properly with all my games. It's got all the consoles at the bottom. Again, you can customize all this artwork. And then when you click into one, you can see all the game artwork at the bottom. For certain ones, I need to like rescrape it. That's why it hasn't shown it here, but it's got all of game art as well. In fact, let's do a little rescrape and see what that looks like. I'm just gonna go into the main settings just to see if I can rescrape. It's scraping there. And then if you go back to the games, hopefully this will have more of them scraped, which it does successfully, which I think is quite cool. So that's a cool thing you can do with iiSU as well. It's got that whole 3DS vibe, and Cocoon and iiSU have got this 3DS vibe, you know, the front end, the launcher, which I personally like more, just because the Thor specifically was modeled after the 3DS. However, I've gotten a few comments now saying suggestions for other launchers that I can use. So I got a few on my Thor, and essentially in the video, just gonna check it out and check the experience with how it's set up and if I like it or not. So we've got a few on this side, guys. So the first one that I'm gonna go through is ESD, which is the one that quite a few people use. So if I just do this to top screen only, right guys, we have ESDE, and it's got little sound effects as well, which are nice. And it's pretty cool because this is the one that most people use, especially if you haven't got a dual screen device. This is quite clean. So it's like, it's got all the consoles here. And then if you wanna click into a game, it will show all your consoles here. Although I need to like rescrape mine because I'm not sure why it has two of each game, which I'm not sure why that's the case. But regardless, it's quite simple. It's got all your consoles here. This is just one of the themes as well. And then you click into it, and then it's got all the artwork like so, which is nice. It's clean, it's easy. It's got options as well. If you want to change the theme, it has a lot of themes. Again, you can go through and you can sort of check what they like. The one I've got is called Artbook Next. And yeah, it's quite nice. It's quite lightweight, which is a nice thing about ESD. The only thing is, now I'm not sure if ESD have the dual screen option. I'm pretty sure they do, but
2 seconds later,
they've got a companion app which you can get from GitHub. So I've just typed in ESDE companion app. It comes in the first search option. Scroll here on the right. Click on releases and then just get the latest release. So this is companion 1.0.2. So let's see if this works, which it does. Cool. So you can see I'm scrolling through the consoles on the top and they're showing up at the bottom. So for example, let's go into Switch. So it hasn't got the games. Let's go into dark. Maybe I'm just not setting it up correctly, but it's kind of cool. It's got essentially a mirror on the bottom, and then it's just got the name of the games on the bottom, which is kind of fun. But again, as you can see, it's not as involved as Cocoon or iiSU for the Thor specifically. For a single screen device, I can see how this would be cool. But yeah, for the Thor specifically, it's not ideal. So I'm just gonna quit out of that. So back to square one. Another popular one that was mentioned in the comments was Beacon. So let's go ahead and open up Beacon. And as you can see, it's quite simple. Now, I'm not aware of this one having a companion app for the bottom screen, so it's only for the top, but we can still check it out. So for Beacon, you use the triggers, the L1, R1 to go across your consoles, and then it's got the game art here. Again, it's very simple. It's quite cool in the sense of a handheld that hasn't got two screens. I think this one is quite slick, it's quite lightweight. You know, you just kind of go through all your consoles. Like for example, if I wanted to play 3DS and just go into New Super Mario Brothers, and then it just launches it right there into the system, which I think is great. And then if I quit this, it goes straight back into it. As nice as Beacon is, I think if you've got a single screen device, this is one that I would recommend as well. I did have to pay £2 for it. Also, this is straight from the Play Store. Again, it looks great and it's quite clean, and you can change quite a few things in the settings as well. So your platforms where everything launches, scraping the box art, preferences for like the theme. You can have like a light theme or a dark theme. You can change your background style. Let's go to game screenshot and blur and see what that's like. So you can kind of change it up there and make it look cool like that, which is quite nice. I do like the simplicity of Beacon, so this one gets a thumbs up from me. Another recommendation, which I hadn't actually heard of before, is called Retrohrai. Retrohrai. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correct, but this is the app here. This one is interesting. It's quite similar to Beacon in the sense of you use your triggers, but this time it's the L2, R2 triggers to go through all your consoles, and then you can change how you like each game to be shown. I'm not sure why the game art isn't showing here, to be fair. Maybe the scraping wasn't correct. Let's do scrape all platforms. As nice as Retrohrai is, again, you've got all your games here. Well, this is just GB, and then you go through all your other consoles here. So it's N64, NDS, NES, PS2. And then you can change the view here to list, if you want it just to be like a list of your games, or if you want to do it to a grid, which seems a bit not uniform enough. I like carousel out of all of these, just because it's a nice way to go through all your games. But yeah, that's what I mean. It's nice in its own way. However, it's not the one I would choose for the Thor specifically. Again, it gets a big thumbs up from me, Retrohrai. Retrohrai. And last but not least for this video, we got Daijisho. So I'm just gonna launch that here. Again with Daijisho, it's a cool launcher, but it does not have a bottom screen. It's got all your consoles here at the bottom, which is cool. You kind of go through them with your triggers again, all the different consoles, and you can obviously change the theme as well. I've just got this like single color block one at the moment. You click into a console and then it's got all your games like this as a list, which again, it's fine. It's not too bad. It's quite clean if you had a single screen. This is probably my least favorite. It's been a while since they've like made actual changes to the launcher or any updates. So for that reason, again, if you like a clean look, it's not too bad, but I personally would just not use this one, especially if you have a Thor. But I think the other two options, so Retrohrai and Beacon, were a lot nicer for single screen devices as well. Yeah, so we've tried a few, but guys, I'll be honest, the one I always go back to is Cocoon, just because it nicely emulates on the top and bottom screen. It's the slickest with the game art. It's the slickest emulating 3DS, and it just looks cool. It's the most console-like experience that I've currently experienced. Again, if you guys have any other recommendations that I haven't heard of, let me know. But yeah, that was just a quick video of me checking out different launchers and front ends. Look out for more content in the future. Yeah, see you in the next one.